Alright, welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this. Oh gosh, part 14, 15 maybe, 13, I don't know. Planescape Torment. Just gonna talk to Sebastian again. Ooh, can you train me in the art, Sebastian? The art of what? Oh, okay, of being a mage. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so what is this place? The ward. Why is it... Oh, no, okay. Why is it called the lower ward? He lets out a short laugh and shrugs his shoulders. That depends on your point of view, Cutter. The rich say it's because this is the home of the common or lower classes. If you ask those who live here, it's because of the portals. And the incident. The incident? Yes, he frowns as he pauses to think. A long time ago, this was known as the Prime Ward. People new to the city were placed here and not allowed access to all of Sigil. There were many other restrictions placed upon them as well. Some Burke took offense to that and decided to form a rebellion. It went nowhere, of course, until he made a fascinating discovery. You see, there are a lot of portals in this area of the city, and most of them open into the lower planes. Well, that balmy Burke found a way to open them all at once. He allowed anything that wanted to come through the portals into the city. It became quite bloody. A terrible war ensued. Anyway, that's why this is known as the lower ward, because of all the portals. Sebastian, how did this person open all the gates? He used an item that he either had commissioned or made himself. What was it called? He pauses to think for a moment. Ah, I remember, the Shadow Sorkeld key. At the mention of the key, you begin to feel dizzy. The world around you freezes and everything turns grey. You sense a past memory trying to force its way into your consciousness.
Updated my journal.
The world around you fades and you find yourself in the darkened streets of Sigil. Your heart is pounding, trying to break free from your chest. Your breath comes in ragged gasps. You've been running for hours, it seems, and yet you cannot stop. You turn a corner and enter an alley, finally slowing your flight. You feel your strength fade as you lean against a nearby wall and try to catch your breath. You become aware that something hard pressed into the palm of your hand. Glancing down, you open your clenched fist to stare at the gem embedded in the flesh. Your body sags towards the wall until your forehead touches its cold, damp surface. Your eyes close and you force yourself to take slow, deep breaths. Just as you feel your strength returning, you hear a faint noise and instantly snap to full awareness. You turn to look towards the alley mouth. At first glance you see nothing, just ghost visions caused by the shadows of the night. You're about to turn away, then a slight movement catches your eye. Slowly, a female form glides around the corner, pauses, and then turns to face you. Your eyes travel from her slender waist towards her full bosom and then her blade and trowed face. Even in the darkness, you can see her cold, emotionless eyes. The memory fades and your normal vision returns. You are standing before Sebastian in the market. He is looking at you with some concern, but this passes when he sees that you're alright. Thought I lost you for a moment there, Cutter. What became of this Shadow Sorkeld key? He shrugs his shoulders. No one knows. The key has been lost for some time now. Maybe the Lady of Pain took the key to prevent it ever being used again. So what was the outcome of the rebellion? He thinks for a moment. Well, everyone except the leader has given pages in the Dead Book. The leader and the creatures just upped and vanished one day, surely as the lady's work. The survivors fled the ward. The fumes of the lower planes had polluted the air, you see. Anyway, the ward has remained deserted until the foundry was eventually built. What can you tell me about this foundry? He frowns. It is the home of the Godsmen, Cutter. If you have any questions regarding them, I suggest you go to the foundry to ask them. I must go now, farewell. Okay, just wanted to do that because I sort of read, obviously, that you'd get a memory Okay. There is someone else that I'm trying to look for. Maybe we need to go for a bit of a walk to find them. Right, okay, he's right here. Not that far away, but he's just surrounded by so many people that I couldn't see his name. Okay, can I sell him stuff? I think that's really all we had to sell. Okay, he has... Yeah, okay, we want the poison cheese. I don't quite know why, but the walkthrough has mentioned that, so... Okay, I'll have some poison cheese. Oh nice, where did that come from? Okay, dissolves instantly. Ooh, spiraled bolts. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna give that to you. Right, okay, we've got many other things that need to be used as well. What does that do? Oh, usable only by the Nameless One and Mort. Well, apparently she's using it too. Embalming. What does that do though? Spreads throughout the corpse, strengthening their bones, killing traces of corpse rot and or... Hold on. This item will work on either you or Mort, okay. When cast, the target gains temporary hit points. Oh, okay, cool. Might as well use that, I guess. I also found... I found the guy that the dude wanted me to kill. He's down here. I'm not sure if I really want to go do that just yet. It's an awfully big gate. Okay, so we have a wrecked house. I'm assuming maybe that's where we have to go.
My lungs feel like a chimney.
I'm sorry. Oh, doesn't this look pretty, eh? Oh wow. Shelf of skulls. Thank the powers you got here, Chief. Get me out of here. What are you doing up there? Those were-rat vermin nicked me and brought me here. Come on, boss. We gotta get out of here. This place is bad news. Why don't you just float down? I can't. I've tried. Come on, get me down before... A flash of light and smoke blinds you for a moment, and a withered old man stands before you. Have we visitors, Skull? Oh no, Mort whispers furiously to you. Do not offend this blood boss. He'll deadbook you faster than you can spit. The old man ignores Mort. Greetings, traveller. Who might you be to enter Lethar's humble saloon without invitation? My pardons, sir, but you seem to have something that belongs to me. Ah, yes. What might that be? My friend Mort wound up on your shelf. You want the chattering skull with half the grace and manners of any ordinary creature? Give me a greater skull in return if you wish it back. Lothar replies, I do not need to bargain for something that is already mine. Well, he was never yours or anyone's to begin with. Your ignorance is astonishing. You truly know very little about very little. Now, fetch me another skull to replace him or say farewell to your friends. Fine then, how do I get another skull that's worth what he's worth? Move aside the Divinian in the center of the room and pass through the portal on the eastern wall in the chambers below to the catacombs. The portal will remain active for your return. In the catacombs, many skulls. One of the great value lies within the interred crypts of the Dustmen beyond the drowned nations. Bring that skull to me, as my were-rat minions have failed to do, and I will see to it that your friend is returned to you. Perhaps I shall even answer some of your questions. I've been to the tomb you speak of. It is empty.
Updated my journal.
What is the meaning of this? The tomb was so well tracked, so well defended from scrying magics, that it was a challenge even for me. There must be some explanation for this, and... He draws out his words angrily and slowly. You will provide it to me. Go through the portal in the chambers below and seek the answers. It was my own tomb. Your tomb? Your tomb? He eyes you carefully. We shall investigate this more carefully. Fetch me another skull then, as you seem attached to yours, and we shall see what answers I can provide. Our agreement shall be as before. Do not try to deceive me with just any bone either. I am something of a connoisseur. Return when you have something of value to me.
Updated my journal. I feel stronger.
Nice. Apparently we've leveled up. But we haven't at the same time. You have returned, I see. Do you have another skull for me? I have the skull of Sergo, the were-rat dustman missionary. Lothar takes the head of Sergo from you and examines it carefully, checking the teeth. A dustman missionary and spy, eh? This will be satisfactory. His fingers twist through an arcane gesture. Your friend will be waiting for you above ground where you came in. Have your answers from me. Keep it quick, scarred one. I cannot tarry all day. Why am I immortal?
Updated my journal.
Your mortality, your soul, if you will, that which allows you to live and die, is gone from you. It was stripped from you by magical means, by the night hag Ravel Puzzlewell. Your mortality is the key to your existence. When you find it, you will find your answers. Tell me about this Ravel. Ravel Puzzlewell is an enigma, even among the night hags. Some would call her balmy, others say she plays a deeper game than any can see through. She is evil through and through, making the fiends you'll see in the area seem positively divine when compared to her. She is out of reach of men now. Thank the powers, for she was mazed by the Lady of Pain. Mazed? How do I find her? Mazes are like pocket dimensions, small places between planes. To reach one, you need to find a portal and a key. I do not know where the door or the key are. Perhaps you should seek some of your old acquaintances. You have certainly left a trail of them behind. They will find you, no doubt. Pray they mean you well. Perhaps you should visit the Civic Fest Hall. They have many answers there. What did Ravel do?
Updated my journal.
She was the maker of toys and puzzles, a solver of problems that didn't need solving. She decided that Sigil, the cave, was the largest puzzle box of all and set herself to undo it. To let in the armies of fiends at her disposal, no doubt, to upset the balance of the city and turn the entire burg into a charnel house. Pray to any power you hold dear with thanks that she did not succeed. I will find her then and force her to return my mortality. Farewell. Oh, but he had like so many other... There were questions, other... Okay, whatever.
Ooh, looks like my skills have increased.
Why are these guys leveling up but not leveling up? Okay, we've apparently all leveled up. Fantastic. Alright. I'm just gonna go all out.
Done.
Okay, so there was a lot in there. So we need to go to the Civic Fest Hall. Where would that be? Not here, apparently. Maybe the upper ward? Maybe here? She turns to face you, an annoyed look crosses her face. Yes, what do you want? Fine. What are you doing here? There's going to be a fight and I want to see it. She smiles wickedly. It should be interesting. A fight? Yes. See the 3 Thokola over there? She points to the 3 hulking creatures with rippling muscles. They're going to try and kill an Abishai, she snorts. The stupid oafs. The Thokola look like they can take care of themselves. Normally I would say yes. Thokola are very powerful warriors. She smiles slyly and leans in to whisper to you. However, I know something they don't. What might that be? The Abishai can only be hurt by magic, she snickers. The Thokola will be slaughtered, I have no doubt of it. She straightens up and watches the Thokola eagerly. How do you know they can only be hurt by magic? She gives you an annoyed look. My husband is very high up in the Harmonium. The Harmonium guards are trained to deal with creatures such as Abishai. She looks away. That's how I know. My husband told me. I must be going now. Farewell. I've talked with Xanthia. She said you're going to get into a fight with an Abishai? He smiles and nods at you enthusiastically. That's right. Torment friends bash. I've learned that the Abishai can only be hurt by magic weapons.
Updated my journal.
He gives you a worried look. Need magic? How do you know? I've asked around, Thorpe. It's what people tell me. Thorpe not have magic. Friends not have magic. We die if we bash Abishai. He sighs. Thorpe not be warrior of stature. Xanthia not accept apology. You were willing to risk your life for the honor of a lady, Thorpe. Only a warrior of stature would do that. He stares at you blankly for a moment, and then a huge smile appears on his face. Really? Thorpe and friends now have stature. Yes, consider Xanthia's honor to be satisfied by the apology accepted. Thorpe, thank you. You have saved life. You have saved life of friends. He turns to the other Thokola and speaks to them hurriedly. After a moment, all 3 bow to you, and each hands you a pouch of coins. Thank you. He smiles. You're a good friend. You deserve. Farewell. And yet, they're all still here. You see Xanthia. She gives you a look filled with hatred. You warned the brute, didn't you? Yes, I did what I felt was right. She nods her head slowly. I will not forget this insult. Good day to you. She turns and leaves. Okay, so there's like a lot of bits and pieces that we can do here. As far as like side quests and jank are concerned. And they're not necessarily tedious, but I think I'm just gonna head on off. Because I don't think we need to stay down here. I don't think. We'll see what happens. Oh, nice! I've been hoping for one of these. Far out, where have you been all my life? Okay, I think we actually have to go back to the buried village, though I wouldn't mind going to the clerk's ward. Because we can do stuff in the clerk's ward.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Well met, traveler. How may I help you?
Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am called Forth from Grace. She studies you for a moment. You are new to Sigil, are you not? Yes, I am. Does it show? She smiles slightly. Not as much as you might think. You carry yourself quite well. Oh no, she can become... She's an NPC. A companion. I came here looking for help. Perhaps you can help me. Help? What kind of help are you looking for? I seem to have lost my memories. In so doing, I've lost myself. You have been stricken with amnesia? Forth from Grace looks pained. How terrible. Do you have any idea how it happened? Not really. At least, not that I can remember. I woke up on a slab in the mortuary and everything before was black. You awoke in the mortuary? Yeah, I think the dustman mistook me for being dead, or I was dead, or something. All I know is that I regenerate wounds quickly. I could be immortal, but I don't even know that for sure. Forth from Grace seems to be praising you with renewed interest. Those scars on your body, she reaches out a hand as if to touch you. May I? Sure. Forth from Grace drags her fingers across your chest lightly, tracing the edges of your scars and following the curves where they blend into some of your tattoos. She seems fascinated. These scars look as if they would have taken several lifetimes to accumulate. They certainly do, though some are more recent. Forth from Grace steps back. Some of those wounds would have been fatal to a normal man. She taps her chin thinking, what do you intend to do now? I don't really know. For the moment, I'm just searching for clues to who I am and what happened to me. Forth from Grace is still thinking, her finger tapping her chin. I must say, I've never met a man who had lost himself in the literal sense. She raises an eyebrow. Forgive me, but your condition is intriguing. It is that. Forth from Grace nods. If it will help, you are welcome to tour the brothel. Several of our students are well versed in the verbal arts. Perhaps some of them are able to rekindle your memory.
Updated my journal.
Have you ever heard of a night hag named Ravel? I am familiar with the name. Forth from Grace pauses and thinks for a moment. Rumors cluster thickly about that name, and most tend to discount her as myth. But I suspect that she did exist and that she made quite the impression in the cage during her stay here. She looks puzzled. Why do you ask? I intend to seek her out. Grace raises an eyebrow. Truly? I find myself compelled to ask why. I need information she has. Is this information available from no others? I suspect that only Ravel possesses the knowledge I need.
Updated my journal.
Grace rests her hand lightly on your arm. Consider this. If Ravel does indeed exist, then she is extremely powerful and cunning. If a fraction of the stories of her activities are true, then she is a creature that has discovered new meanings of evil. To search for her is not a quest to be undertaken lightly. I know, nevertheless I must find her. Thanks for the information. Farewell. Okay, maybe we can only get her at a certain point or something.